Okay, we are live. So yes, so I always want to have this recorded live on YouTube as well for people that couldn't make it here. But again, we're super excited. I'm Greg, and it's my beautiful wife Mena,
Hi.
actually down here in the Sarasota, Florida area. We're super excited to share a phenomenal technology with you today. And we have a guest speaker that is actually all the way on the other side of the state in the Miami area. I got a chance to know Mr. Gary Burke actually through one of our brand partners in South Africa, Brendan Duplessis. If any of you know BNI, BNI is Business Networking International. I actually got a chance to visit a bunch of chapters in South Africa. I met Brendan, and then he started connecting with people all over the world. And so now he's got a big international business, and Gary's a big part of that, which is awesome. So again, we're going to be talking about this technology. We're going to talk about obviously all the benefits from it. But the biggest thing we're going to do is we're kind of tag teaming today. Gary's going to talk more about the product itself. We're going to share some testimonials, and then we're going to talk more about from an opportunity standpoint of how you can take advantage of this and help other people that you know. And so there's always three conclusions that people come to when they actually take a look at a meeting like this. We call it a 3-2-1 launch. A three is someone who says, hey, I'm just interested in more information. Can you send me some information? So the person who invited you here today, just let them know you're a three and you want more information. If you're a two, that's someone who says, can I get this product? I want to use this product myself. I may or may not be interested from a business standpoint, but man, I want to use this product for myself and other people that I know. Great, just let us know you're two. And a number one is I like it all. I like what I see. I want to also partner with you guys. I want to be a number one, and we'll help you get launched. So I'm going to basically have Gary kind of take it from here. He's going to get this meeting launched, and Gary disappeared on me. So there he is. Sorry, he's on my screen here. So again, I'm going to have you head over to you, Gary, and you can run with this. So you're allowed to share your screen. And again, Mr. Gary Burke, you're awesome.
Hey, thank you, Greg. Thank you, Mena. I'm so excited to be here today. Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah, Meta,
No, 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 no,
did you want to say something real quick?
I just wanted to say we haven't even started it, and we already have someone saying they're number one.
There you
So,
go. Awesome.
so yeah, we know that by the end of this, a lot of you will have been blessed. And so just get back with the person that invited you. And if you have invited someone and you don't see them on here, please do reach out to them because
Yep.
we're only getting started.
Yep, absolutely. So Gary,
Thank you, Gary.
the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Once again, good afternoon, everyone. I'm so excited to be here amongst the This Is It family, right? I mean, this is awesome. I am excited because my sponsor is on here, Brendan, and my wonderful I would say mentors, Greg and Mena are here. Yes, I've been a part of this awesome company for about 8 months now, probably going on 9 months. And as Greg mentioned earlier, Brandon, who's all the way in South Africa, is the one that sponsored me, right? And through a BNI type of speed networking thing, Brandon and I connected, and I would say it wasn't just by happenstance. I think it was by God's grace that we actually connected because from that connection came this wonderful company and these wonderful people. Many of you that I see today that I've seen in the past, and I call you my This Is It family, right? So I just want to go through a few things, and Greg is going to take it after at some point in this presentation. Greg is going to take over, but I'm excited to tell you about. Again, 9 months ago, I was introduced to this company. At the time, I wasn't necessarily looking for this, but man, what a blessing. You know, when Brendan told me about this wonderful little patch that comes in this beautiful sleeve here that has 30 of these in it. And he told me about what this wonderful patch would do. I said, man, sign me up. I think I went for the highest tier, right? And again, I didn't know Brendan from a can of paint. But I believed when he told me about this, I said, well, I tried out. It can't hurt, right? And ever since I became a member and ever since I've tried it out and I told my family and friends, what remarkable results I have heard and I have experienced myself. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen, and I'll go through this presentation as effectively as possible. And let's see, where am I? Okay, let's see if you all can see my screen, please let me know.
Yes, it's visible.
You can see? Okay, thank you very much. All right, the first question I have for you is, have you been patched? Have you been patched yet? I know you see this young lady on the screen wearing the patch on her shoulder or her upper arm. But hey, you can wear this patch any way you desire on your body. It works the same. This is our inventor, the scientist, the inventor of this wonderful wearable technology. His name is David Schmidt. He's the CEO and inventor of this company, which is LifeWave. The X39 patch is what I just showed you, this wonderful technology. He has over 150 patents. I know you see 130 here, but he has over 150 patents. He specializes in age reversing. I didn't say anti-aging, I said age reversing. In 2008, he focused his attention on stem cell research. It took 10 years and $4.5 million to bring this wearable technology to the forefront. This is the patent. If you are like me and you just want to print the patent out and read through it, please do. You see the patent number. You can go on Google, wherever you would like to, print the patent out, knock yourself out reading it, right? But I want to just focus on this particular excerpt. It says embodiments as a result of elevating copper peptide, including activation of stem cells, improvement of energy, and elevation of antioxidants. That's a mouthful by itself. Why do we wear it? Why should you wear this wonderful technology? Well, we're all getting older. I don't think anyone out here can raise their hands and say that we're getting younger, right? We're all getting older. Every day we're getting older. We're experiencing symptoms of aging. At the age of 30, about half of our stem cells are active. I am well beyond 30. So I think I'm at the age where you say that most of my stem cells have stopped responding, right? So thank God for this patch that gave it a kickstart and got me going again, right? So this is why we should wear the X39 stem cell activation patch. How does it work? Very simply put, it's proprietary form of phototherapy. I like the way Gregg puts it in the fact that, this is a light therapy, right? Our bodies emanate light. Our bodies have their own energy. And I don't know if you all remember that show, that police show that says bad boys, right? And the guys running through the night trying to get away from the cops, and they can see his infrared energy in the woods or whatever. Well, that's what our bodies do. Our bodies emit light. It emits energy. So it's a proprietary form of phototherapy, patented nanocrystal technology in this patch, in this small, tiny quarter-sized patch. There are some little nanocrystals in here. Don't worry about dissecting it. It's already been done, right? So there are some really cool nanocrystals in here. It's non-transdermal. It reflects light to activate, not even the sunlight, your own body. It reflects that to activate the patch. That doesn't mean you have to go outside like a solar panel, right? And sit up and wait for the sun to hit your body. That's not the way this works, right? No drugs, no chemicals or stimulants, non-invasive, non-transdermal, nothing goes through your skin. This is the simplest technology I have ever heard of in my life. Okay, so don't be afraid to use it. It does not interfere with medications. It does none of that. It simply goes on your skin anywhere you like to wear it and allow the patch to work. What are the benefits? Well, I can personally tell you this. On this particular screen here, I think I have experienced all of these. I really, really do. And now it increases strength. Now remember, the patch itself is not the magic pill for you. The patch is allowing your body to do what your body was made to do, which is to heal, which is to be in optimal condition. So this patch helps your body to increase strength, mental clarity, reduces inflammation. How many of you really know that inflammation is the root cause of a lot of our illnesses? It restores muscle and skeletal conditions, increased stamina, improvement of sleep, energy and vitality, and improved skin appearance. And at the bottom, it reads here, achieved optimal health and state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. And this is where Mena usually comes in, right? And Mena says that little phrase that says, LifeWave is not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. But like I said earlier, I can tell you for a fact that I have experienced all of these that you see on your screen right now. Results of a topography. What is a topography? This is a map basically of a 77-year-old woman's brain. She placed the X39 on the back of her neck. Now, remember earlier I said that you can wear, excuse me for a minute, I must get me a napkin. I'm sweating in front of my little ring right here. It has me sweating a little bit, right? This is real. This is not edited stuff. This is real, people. All right, so we have question one. Before the woman put the X39 patch on her head, on her neck, This is what her brain looked like. If you see the red and the yellow hues, that means inflammation. And I am certain that if her brain looked this way, that her body looked this way as well. Session two, after she had worn the patch for 3 weeks, look at the incredible difference between session one and session two. And we go all the way to session three, which is 6 weeks after wearing the X39 patch. You see her brain is completely free of the red and the oranges and things of that nature. And it can be noted that when she came in, her brain was hyperactive. It calmed down dramatically at session two. And at session three, it was just total, at session three, which was 6 weeks in, a total difference. So again, can you imagine wearing this patch for 6 weeks and going from session one to session three? How amazing is that? How amazing is that? What are the long-term results? Well, in the first few days, your body begins to reset. About 4,000 genes reset in your body. Now, I don't know if you know how many genes we have, but if I'm not mistaken, it's probably 12 to 13,000 or so. You're talking about a quarter of your genes resetting. That is amazing. During this phase, you might find your body just going through an adjustment phase, trying to get used to the patch, right? Nothing's going on, nothing is wrong. Your body is doing what it's supposed to do. Within 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. We have a lot of testimonies of people saying they felt like they walked out of a fog. After 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. How amazing is that? Within 3 months, your collagen is increased. I've said this several times over. I didn't think about collagen, right? I thought collagen was for women. I'm sorry. Yes, I did. I thought collagen was for women, right? And they were saying collagen, it helps your skin. I'm like, wow, okay. But what I came to find out is that collagen is not on the outward appearance of your skin, it's throughout the body. It helps the body inside and out. And within 6 months, 6 months, your heart reverses in age. This is simply incredible. I would implore you that if you are on this call and somebody invited you, please later on give them a call and tell them thank you. It's because they really care about you and they really love you. And at the bottom of it, right here, David Schmidt says it's not anti-aging, people. It's age reversing. I know it's hard to believe, but it's actually helping you reverse. Your heart reverses in age. If your heart reverses in age, then that lets me know that we reverse, right? We reverse in age as well. How to wear it? Well, you can wear the patch anywhere on your body, but you will wear it 12 hours on and 12 hours off. If you see the pictures, one patch is being worn right below the belly button. One is being worn right behind the neck there. But again, we've come to find out you can wear the patch anywhere. I love the way David Schmidt or I believe Steve and Gino, which is the originators of this, is it. They say stick it where it hurts. So wherever it hurts on your body, put that patch there, okay? And then throw it away after 12 hours. Don't wear it for 24 hours, people. Let your body rest. Your body has to rest. But don't fear, you won't grow an extra leg, you won't grow an extra arm. Just make sure you wear the patches 12 hours on, 12 hours off. You put a new patch on the next day, rinse and repeat. I normally wear my patches. I started around 11 in the morning. I take it off around 11 at night. That gives me my 12 o'clock time. And I just do that repeatedly, day after day after day. You can wear more than one patch at a time, but it's not necessary. But for those of you who like to wear more than one, they have at it, but it's not necessary for you to do so. And drink plenty of water. Not the purified water, drink water with minerals in it. There's a salt by the name Celtic salt. You can order that. Just put a dash of that in your water. It will help with the minerals. If you drink purified water, it's not going to hurt you, but it's definitely not going to help you much because purified water has been stripped of all minerals. So if you can stay away from the purified water, please do so. And again, just drink plenty of water throughout the day. This patch is so simple. It's sophisticated, but simple. And there are so many testimonies about X39. I tell you, it's unbelievable. And every time I hear them, my heart just fills up. I will give my quick testimony, and I don't know if Gregg and Mena has anyone else, but I will tell you what happened with me. When I initially got introduced to this, I told you, Brendan, he brought this to me about 8 months ago. I was struggling with high blood sugar. And at the time that I started using the patch, my blood sugar was 300 that particular day. Anybody that knows anything about blood sugar, you know that 300 is way, way, way too high. It's dangerously high. And I dealt with it for years. I was diagnosed with that about 12 to 13 years ago. And I've been on medication since, trying to regulate, trying to regulate. Well, the first day I started this patch, I did not check my blood sugar the day after. I just didn't. I was being hard-headed, right? It's the second day I checked my blood sugar, and I remember when I started it, it was at 300. That second day that I checked my blood sugar had come down to about 252. Now, some of you that might not seem a lot, but blood sugar is blood sugar, and the higher the blood sugar, the more danger you are in having some type of a stroke or some sort. So I was amazed, but I thought it was just, hey, okay, maybe I just did something. I truly wasn't exercising, was because I wasn't doing that like I should. But I continued to wear the patch, and the fourth day when I checked my blood sugar again, my blood sugar had come down to 225. Now that's a 75-point drop from the first day that I started to the fourth day. Now, I will say this to everyone on here. I still take my blood sugar medication. Do not stop using your medication until you go to a doctor. Please do not diagnose yourself and say that I can come off all of my medications. Make sure you go to your doctor. When I did go to my doctor, he was amazed at my blood sugar and he asked, what was I doing? And at the time, I'm sorry, folks, I was new. I couldn't think. I didn't even think the tell was a patch. But left the doctor's office. I'm like, what was I thinking? It's the freaking patch that I've been wearing that's brought my blood sugar down. So that's a testimony that I want to give you all. Greg and Mena, I don't know, do you all have a testimony that you want someone to share? Please allow them to do so.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, we had actually a couple different videos that we're going to share because there's so many testimonials that are on here, and you can actually find those actually on the websites and different things like that. And then, Gary, I did want to let you know that you've got, when we see the screen, we see like a gray box on the right hand side, like a gray box on the bottom. So I don't know if those are actually things you have open. That basically someone had mentioned that also, and I was going to make sure that we get those closed out, but that's not a problem. So, but let me share, because what I want to do is share. I'll share my screen real quick, and maybe you can see. I don't know what those boxes are that are showing up.
Let's
But
see
the one
if
thing
I can just.
no, that's fine. But the one thing that we always talk about the same thing is that we know this product works. It's been absolutely amazing. Like I said, the testimonies are life changing and emotional. And the best thing we know about the product, like I said, when we see people, we just don't know if it's going to take day one, a week later, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks, a month later. Everybody's different. We know that 80% of the people notice something significant within the first 30 days, and 97% notice something within 90 days. And so that's one thing we talk about. But here's a couple quick videos that I thought were pretty impactful. One's actually from Dr. Torrey. He works with. Do you think about all the big names in sports? So you think about the NBA, NFL, NHL, all different ones, and he's now using these patches for those people. So I thought this would be a powerful testimony that I wanted to share with you, and then we'll share another one real quick with another young lady that's talking about her mom and the positive impacts it's had from her. So check this out.
Hey, it's Ken here. I'm with Dr. Torrey Brooks.
Hello.
And he has just an amazing testimony as a DC and a professional who may have doubted this business patch, but it's just an amazing opportunity, my friends, to know about this. So, Dr. Torrey.
Yes, well, thanks for letting me talk here. I tell you what, there is no more doubt. There hasn't been for quite a long time now. My history is that I'm a chiropractic sports physician, done it for 25 years, just recently retired. I work with all the bigs, the NBA, the NFL, the Major League Baseball, what have you. But I tell you what, I've never seen anything like this in my career as a sports physician. The recovery time, just the endurance that is being built, and the strength is amazing. Matter of fact, I have an East Coast NBA team that is on the product. They're loving it. I can't tell you how many All-Pros we have in the NFL, the other things, but pre and post operation, I've never seen it. PRP, stem cell injections, they don't hold a candle to what we have here. So jump on board.
You? What it's done for you? You've had some.
Oh, what's it done for me? After
you?
wearing, well, my wife would have to brag about this. After wearing the X39 patch for 2 weeks, my sleep apnea was gone. And so apparently it changed the landscape of my family. My house no longer shakes. But more importantly, my son, competitive basketball player, D1 basketball player, he will be next year. He had asthma. 15 years, severe, chronic. I don't care what allopathically I threw at it. Doesn't matter what naturally things I took. Matter of fact, He took an EpiPen 2 times, one time to clear his lungs. It was that dangerous. Well, after he was getting an attack coming on him and it was a live session, college coaches were coming to watch him, we couldn't have that. So we patched him up and we did a little protocol on him. And in 3 days it was gone. And that was 10 months ago. And he has not had another episode of asthma or allergies since. It's life-changing.
Yeah, that's crazy. Your wife's had amazing testimony.
She does.
Well, thanks, Dr. Tori. I so appreciate you taking the time. It's going to bless a lot of people to hear this. You're awesome. Love you, man.
And then this other one here is, imagine having a parent that's having a lot of challenges, migraines and other stuff. You got to hear this one too. This is amazing. I can get to it. I think it's not clicking. There we go.
Hi, so I want to share about my mother. She's had chronic migraines for over 5 decades, to the point they were so bad that she was like, as a child, I grew up with her begging me to decapitate her because of the pain. And yeah, I just tried everything for her. And then 7 years ago, she started to shake profusely, like we thought it was Parkinson's. And the doctor said she was never going to get rid of it. We were told about the patch. She tried it and she stopped shaking immediately, like just on the spot. And she hasn't had a migraine since. It also helped reverse her early Alzheimer's. She was forgetting her plants in her garden, and she has hundreds, if not thousands, of plants. Not only does she remember them all, now she remembers even the Latin names. And she also has taken a fall, and she's 72. When you fall at that age, you usually break your hip, get pneumonia, and die. Yep. But she healed so quickly. The bruises disappeared, and it was like on cement concrete, elevated concrete of the shower. It's just absolutely incredible. And now she's like, now I can read the Bible without glasses. I used to need glasses all the time. And so my mom, her life back, like you can't put a price on it. Like all those years, like I never got to get to know her because she was always sick in bed. She had a migraine for every 3 days for 3 days where she couldn't eat, sleep, or hold anything down. And now she's just got so much energy. She also did like 9 hours straight in her garden, like no problem.
Wow. Thank you.
She's like a little kid.
Isn't that amazing? Now, how many people saw the cute puppy too? So,
and you know what? Puppies also get great results.
They do,
So we know a number of people who actually do patch their pets, and the results are phenomenal. But you know what? We heard from 2 people, recorded Zooms, but we personally, and I know majority of you who already are patched, are experiencing great things. So hey, you know what, we were running a little late. We did get some testimonies, but we didn't line them up properly. But this is the real deal. And Yolandi shared an amazing testimony with me earlier, which we're trying to get recorded as well from someone in South Africa. So keep sharing, people. You don't know whose life is being changed.
Yeah.
Absolute. I mean, people are praying for a solution. They don't want to be on medication. Like Gary said, we are not telling people to go off your medication, but give them an opportunity to experience quality of life.
Yep, absolutely. And so the one thing we always tell people too is that as you get testimonials, please let us know, because we want to do live ones, we do recording ones and stuff like that. So I'll hand it back to you, Gary, to share a little bit more, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the opportunity.
Can you hear me okay, Greg?
Yep, perfect. Yep.
Oh, do you still see those lines on my screen? Because I didn't. Do you see?
Yeah, they now have moved.
What?
So we got like 2 gray ones on the top. So I don't know if they're just things that are popping up. We
I
can
don't
figure that out
know.
later. So, but it's,
Yeah,
it's just
we'll figure it out.
yeah, the one's gone. The one in the upper right-hand corner is there, and there's one in the lower left-hand side. Now it's been moving. So I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm so sorry about that. I don't know what that could be, but
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and continue to share, and I'll get out of your way here.
Well,
Let's
whatever you
see.
just did, now 2/3 of the or 9/10 of the screen is gray.
This is not good, is it? Let's see. Oh God, let me stop sharing right quick. Let me stop sharing and let me try this again. This
Okay.
is live, folks. Let's see.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go on. What's going on here? All right. Let's see. Is the whole screen gray? Okay. Can you see it now?
Yeah, now there's just a big gray blob in the. It's good now.
It's all good.
It's good.
It's
Just
all
keep going.
good.
We're good.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I don't know what this is.
Much
What's
better,
going
though.
on, everybody?
It's much better.
But we're
It's
going to
fine.
continue on. So these are some before and afters. I don't know what you can see on the screen. Please accept my apology. These are some before and after pictures of those who are on the patch. Before X39 and after X39, you see the top to my top left, a gentleman with vitiligo, a young lady at the bottom there. She had a bout of Bell's palsy. In the middle there, you see someone who has psoriasis. 10 days have been on the patch. 12 days of being patch to the right, you see someone that had some type of surgery. You also see on this particular photo here, you see a person who had some type of poor blood circulation on day 1 and day 5. You see the difference in the foot. And over to the right, you see day 1 where a person looks as if they were maintaining a lot of fluid in their body. And over in week 3, you see that fluid is now gone. These are some of the athletes that are using the patch. Michael Phelps, Serena Williams, David Beckham, and so many, many more. You heard the doctor when he spoke about the NFL and the NBA teams using the patch. A lot of people are using the patch, but we need more people using them. That's why we need you to continue to tell others. For those who need more information, this is where you will go. This is it, info.com. On this particular page, there's a plethora of information you can delve into. On this page as well, there is a testimonial tab. You click that tab, there are hundreds of testimonials that you can go through to see other people who have experienced a patch like you. Let me tell you a little bit about the growth of the company. The company is a 20-year-old company. Okay, in the first several years of the company being in existence, it was doing like $20 million a year. And then in 2021, it went to about $320 million. And last year, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we were at about a little over $600 million in revenue on a yearly basis. This is it. I'm sorry. LifeWave is open in over 75 countries, more so 80 countries or more. That's where we do business. So you could be right in the United States and build your business over in Canada, in South Africa, just as Brendan did for me. He's in South Africa. I am in Miami, Florida, and I'm building my business. And of course, Brendan, he definitely does have a great part of that to deal with that, because had it not been for him, I would not be here. It's not a Me Too product like most companies. It's not a weight loss, even though it can help in these areas. It's not a skincare. It's not a supplement. It's not a vitamin that you have to take. You slap this patch on for 12 hours out of the day, take it off, and allow your body to work the way it was intended to work. LifeWave is ranked the #1 momentum company in the United States per businessforhome.org. Per businessforhome.org, we are the #1 ranked momentum company. Now, this is where I'm going to have my mentor come in, but I'm just going to speak about a few things. What is most important in your life? Is it family? Is it time? Is it freedom? Is it health? Is it security? Well, I'll tell you what resonates with me on this screen the most. Health. Without health, I can't enjoy my family. I can't enjoy time. I can't enjoy any of the other things. So health is most paramount to me. But you have to figure out what resonates with you the most. So please, please think about this. Think about this wonderful wearable technology. Think about this patch. Think about your family. Think about your friends. Who do you know that can benefit from wearing this patch? Who do you know that can benefit from telling others to wear this patch? And with that being said, I am going to turn this over again to my mentor. Thank you all so very much for listening to me. And please, my apologies for the things you might see on the screen. I don't know what that is, but I'll definitely work on it. You, Gregg and Mena, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
No problem, Gary.
You're welcome,
So, yes.
and you always do a great job, Gary. So
Yes.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, it's amazing how we have brand partners all over the world. We're mainly Zoomies. I can't wait for us to be in the roomies together. So it's cool. Like I said, I can't wait to give Gary a big hug when I see him, because again, we're building business all over the world together, which is a lot of fun. Actually, I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint because I want to share a couple quick little things that is pretty neat. Is that we actually have here we go. Zoom, share. We actually have the pleasure of actually working with some of the top leaders in this entire industry. So again, Steve and Gina Merritt are actually a couple here. So you see Steve here in the black over here, and this is Gina over here in the stripes. They're actually with Meredith Burke, who's actually now the president of the company. She's helped several companies go to $1 billion. And then David Schmidt. This is actually one of the first in-person conventions that was put together by any team. And so Steve and Gina said, let's put this together. It's at our church actually in Tampa, Florida in August. And yes, it was hot. So it was outside at this pavilion, but the teaching was even hotter. And the part about that is that they won the 2024 Global Bravo Awards. It's direct sales news as the fastest #1 growth company in the world. And the person who actually gave that award last year spoke at the convention we just had actually last month, and he said, "You guys have pretty much sewed up 2025. No one's growing like you are. Absolutely growth like we've never seen before." So like Gary was talking about, the one big thing that we try to help people out more than anything else was, again, what is their dream? What is their why? Why would you want to even be partnered with us from a business standpoint? And so once again, like I said, the #1 thing for a lot of people is better health. For me, it's the same thing. Another big thing for us is family. Mena being from South Africa, she got a chance to spend 3 separate trips to South Africa last year, and even the last trip was for 2 months. I was there for 5 weeks at the end of the year. And again, being also people like the idea of travel. We traveled 4 months out of last year. We had 5 free incentive trips, and I'll talk about in a second. But two and a half years ago, the biggest #1 thing for me was freedom. And some people are on here might know this. In fact, one gentleman who's on here, Brian, and we used to work together at this one company. I'm not going to mention the name, but anyway, they actually had a great mentorship type leadership for a long time, and then they changed to more of a tormentor type leadership, where they used a program called Salesforce, where they monitored every second of every moment of every day. It was just ridiculous, and I got to the point where I'm done. I want to get out of this. This is no longer good. I'm spending more time, wasting more time, making less and less money, and that's what he did. So within 14 months, I was able to replace my income with the help of my beautiful wife and the team that we work with. 2 months later, fired my job back on January 8th of last year, and had total freedom for over a year. So some people go, well, can you make big money from this? Yes, you can. We've never had success like this in any industry, anything like that. We've owned multiple different companies, but nothing like this. And the business has taken off like a rocket ship. So our goal is to, once again, help people have security, have better health, have freedom, spend time with their family, and not only less debt, but how about zero debt? Completely, totally debt-free. So again, we have a couple different things that are coming up. We got different team trips, which is pretty amazing, that we have specifically from a company standpoint. Punta Mita is actually an import of Vallarta. So people say, well, do we have free trips? Yeah, we won 5. We had 2 training trips we won last year and 3 company trips. One was actually the Greek island cruise. So again, if you scan this, you can see some of the different things with that. So one thing we're going to talk a little bit about also is the compensation and how we make money from this. So there's really 4 ways that we make money, and we got a 5th one, obviously, with free incentive trips. But it's as simple as basically becoming a brand partner. So I always tell people, when we first took a look at this, I told my friend, we'll support you. We'll help you out or whatever. And he goes, Greg, trust me on this. You got to try this product. Well, 3 days later, I had 5 areas of pain that went away in 3 days. I've been pain free for over 2 years. So what did we do? We said, okay, how do we get started with this? And basically, I started researching it and looking at the company, taking a look at everything else. I'm like, this is amazing. So I asked some people, would you rather start at retail or buy it at wholesale? I've never had anybody right now to this date say, no, I want to pay retail. Everybody wants to buy it wholesale. So what we do is give everybody the opportunity to get the product as wholesale as a brand partner. As a brand partner now, what we do is we build teams. We build a right team and a left team. In this industry, it's known as a binary. You think about a bicycle, a bi, whatever. It's 2 different teams. And so by doing that, our goal is to help you put someone on the right, put someone on the left, put another person on the right, another person on the left. And by doing this, you become what's called a manager. And as a manager, you can make up to $1,500 a week. Now, it doesn't start there. It starts at 100 and 200 and 300, and it starts growing and growing and growing. But as it starts growing, you'll find someone here on the right that says, I want to be a manager. And you'll find another person, I want to be a manager. Now, when you have a manager on the right and a manager on the left, you become a director. And as a director, you make up to $2,500 a week. And it keeps on growing and growing and growing to where you can make up to $25,000 a week. Now, this is capped, not a bad cap, $1.3 million a year. It's pretty huge. But if you understand the growth, what happens is that basically as a manager, we want to help people do this very quickly. We've helped people do this in a week. Some people takes a month, whatever it is, and then help them basically do the exact same thing by helping their people actually become managers. One on the right, one on the left, become a director. When you have 2 directors, one on the right and the left, you become a senior director. And the minimum we've seen from our experience that we've seen, the same thing a lot of people we work with, that as a senior director, you're making a minimum of $1,000 a week. Yeah. Once again, for those of you in South Africa, figure about 19 to 20,000 Rand per week. That's significant income for a lot of people. Then what happens, we hit the executive director level, and that's how I was able to fire my job. Lily replaced my 6-figure income and said, you know what, we are literally going to run with this. And we started running, and 6 weeks later, because of momentum started growing, we hit the presidential rank 6 weeks later. That's called momentum. And then last October, we hit the highest rank within the company. We're surprised. A lot of people go, "Wow, we didn't expect that to happen." We're like, we're like, but it's just the whole team. The whole team we work with globally. We got business in 29 countries around the world because people can't stop talking about something that's changing lives around the world. But for a lot of people, even if we can help you just making even an extra $1,000 a month, an extra 20,000 Rand a month, what kind of difference would that make in your life? It's significant. But again, then I'll have Mena kind of share a little bit more about if people really want to make significant income, this is the unlimited portion.
So this is what really got me excited. So initially, I mean, Gregg was looking at it and his friend kind of convinced him, but I was skeptical. There was no ways I was going to do anything. You know, I'm a lawyer. I don't fall for anything. You know, don't come and give me some story. I want to know that it's real, and I want to see it on paper, you know, because that's how we work. That's how we operate. And when I saw the patent, and I saw that it made certain allegations and had factual statements about what this product can do, etc., I was like, oh my goodness, this is real. It's going to change a lot of people's lives. So we did get started, okay? And my comment to Gregg, you know, when we started, because he really wanted in, and I was like, But I said to him, okay, if we're in this, we're in it to win, okay? We know a ton of people, and we were going to go out there. It's our social responsibility to share this with absolutely everybody. We heard of testimonies, we saw testimonies, people's results, and we felt like everybody needs to hear about this, given a fair opportunity. So excited about the $25,000 a week? Yes. But this is what really got me, because we found a way to make money while we sleep. This is unlimited income potential. Okay, we heard from Gary in around 80 countries now. So while we're sleeping, South Africa's talking to people, sharing, you know, Australia, New Zealand, they're sharing while we're sleeping. But then I realized this matching bonus, my goodness, first level. So Gregg met Brendan in South Africa when we were there January prior. Actually, last year, 2024 at a BNI. Brendan, young man, 22, I think at the time. And he chatted with Gregg, he got excited, and Brendan said, hey, I'm ready to get going. And so he's first generation to us. And whatever Brendan makes on a binary in every week, whatever he makes, we get 25% of that. It's a matching bonus. They don't pay us out of Brendan's money, they match it, okay? Brendan then signs Gary all the way in Miami, never met in person. And if Gary makes over $1,000 a week on his binary, Brendan will get 25%, we get 20% because he's second generation to us. And then Gary signed Veronica, Canada, and Veronica is third generation. We're going to get 20% of what Veronica does, and Gary would get the 25%. So every generation, no matter how you saw the two legs, it's a left leg and a right leg, no matter how far down your first generation is, because we always are, you know, talking to people, they'll always be first generation to us if they get in. So no matter how far down, and you don't know where your business is going to end up. And so this is how people are making over 100,000 US a week. A week.
Yeah.
And I mean, it honestly is a reality.
Yeah, and we always tell people, depending how big of a thinker you are. So some people are big thinkers like us. Some people will say, hey, if I could just make some extra money, we have a lot of people, an extra couple $100 a week makes a big difference. An extra $1,000 a month, basically, that you kind of, what people are talking about, there's actually, I think it was USA Today, there's Forbes magazine, all these other ones, Fortune, that are talking about, they said, in order to make the same kind of money or have the same lifestyle you had in the past couple of years, you got to make an extra $1,000 a month this year, which is pretty amazing.
And really, it all depends on you.
Yes.
You know, I mean, what is your why, and why would you do this? Why would you do this? It's not a job, so no one's going to be checking on you. Or you got to be motivated. Yeah. You got to be engaged, and you got to want your why bad enough to
Yeah.
talk to people.
Yeah, and that's one of the first things we ask people. Say, well, what is your dream? What are your goals? What do you want to accomplish? Short term, long term, so we can help you do that. Because again, we want to make sure that we move at the pace that you want to make. Because we're running, we're helping people run, but there's other people who say, no, I just want to just little by little bit. Great, we'll help you out do that as well, which is kind of cool. And so the one thing is that how we get started is pretty simple. There's actually an order form. They can actually text you, email you the order form, or you can get on the phone and actually help people get started. So basically, the retail price of it is like I said, $150 for a 30-day supply. So it actually comes in a sleeve like this. There's 30 patches that are in here, one for every day. Now we wear them once again. I wear them at 9 a.m., take it off at 9 p.m. at night, put a patch on at 9 a.m., take it off at 9 p.m., throw it out, put a new patch on. And so there's really 3 different packs you get at wholesale. And that's what we want to do is help you get wholesale. So in order to get a wholesale, you got to buy at least 3 sleeves. So what happens at the core pack, you now get a discount. You get it for less than $100 a sleeve, which is kind of nice. So this is a 90-day supply for one person, or if it's 2 people, like a husband and wife team or a family member or whatever, it's great. And then what we do is put them on auto ship. So again, we want you to use this product long term. When you look at the long-term results that happen, it's amazing. This is the best product we've ever used. We've cut back so many other products that we spent a lot of money. I'm spending $400 to $500, a month on treatments and every kind of therapies and all kinds of different stuff, CBDs, essential oils, everything else, all kinds of supplements, everything else. This was replaced 90% of it, which is pretty amazing. So that's what we tell people a lot of times. People, well, do I have to continue taking my collagen? She stopped taking her collagen. We stopped taking collagen. It was just amazing. So, but what happens though is that now by doing this is for people who just want to actually just say, I just want to get it at a wholesale price. Great. That's a number 2. We'll help you do that. If your number 1 says, I want to launch my business, we're going to recommend the advanced or the premium. Why? Because now at the advanced, you get 6 sleeves and it's even less money. Say actually $89 a sleeve, which is great price. But the other thing is people say, well, I don't need 6 sleeves. Well, what you're going to do is use one for yourself, maybe one for your spouse or family member, but now you get extra sleeves that you can lend to someone. Now, we just don't give people patches. We don't say, here, let me give you 3 patches. Hopefully that'll work for you in 3 days like it worked for me. No, we say what you want to do is we'll get you at the wholesale price, but when you place the order, if they're local to us, we only do this for people who are local. Like I said, if we can meet up with them at a coffee shop or somewhere close by, I'll lend you one of my sleeves, and then when yours comes in the next 4, 5, 6 days, just give me one back. And so we actually got the biggest pack. We got the premium pack, and we started doing that because Steve and Gina Merritt, who we work with, they built huge teams, and they said, this is what we recommend that you do. We're like, we'll follow your lead. And so we started lending back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. We call it place and replace. So we place and replace. Sign people up with basically whatever they want to do. I even had some people they signed up, on a core pack that say, well, I'm going to be going out of state. Can I get 3? I'm like, well, great. I'm going to order the product, but have your 3 shipped to me, and I'll give you 3 now. You can't do that if you only got a couple sleeves. But what happened, we made our money back. We paid basically over $1,750 with tax and shipping and made that money back in 2.5 weeks. And we're nobody special. We just said we got to bless as many people as we can. How we did that is because when someone signs up as a core, you make $35, what they call a product introductory bonus. So this is the third way to make money. Once again, a product introductory bonus is $75 in advance, and premium make $405. So we signed up like 3 premiums, several advanced, several core, and we made that money back. And by the end of the month, we made almost $3,000. The part I want you to understand that if you understand how the business works, it's got a 30-day money back guarantee on it. Try any kind of business like this and say, get a bank loan, do all kinds of stuff, and then go back to the bank 29 days later. Say, can I get my money? All this stuff back. I spent all this money I want to get. No, there's no risk whatsoever. That's the best part about it. And the key to the importance of this being on monthly subscription is from a business building standpoint. Every single day we have people that are getting product delivered to their house, and actually we get points from that. It's a residual ongoing income. So there's a whole compensation plan that explains all of this. So you can look at basically some videos, explain it. But we want to let you know there's an upfront component and there's residual component. Trust me, the residual is awesome. 99% of our income is residual, which is absolutely fantastic. And that's where you want to be.
And that's what you want.
Yep. Did you want to talk about these?
Yeah. So the wonderful thing, I owned my own practice in South Africa as a lawyer, and you have to get the word out there, you have to have a website built, you have overheads, etc. And the great thing about this business is we got involved and it was just plug and play. They have all the tools that we need. Nobody has to go and reinvent anything. It's just a system, and we keep it simple. So when we get a new partner coming on board, we just tell them exactly what we did, and then they tell their friends what they're doing, etc. So it's duplicatable. So we already, I believe Gary shared about this, isitinfo.com. That is the website where you get all the product info, and you'll also get testimonials plus doctors, why they're using the patch, etc. And David Schmidt and how he created this. And that's for anybody who has interests or anyone that you're talking to, no matter whether they're a doctor or they may just be working retail in a store. We share that same website with absolutely everybody. We do not try and be the professional, the inventor. We didn't do that. We're not scientists. So just keep it simple. Thisisateam.com is the website that we utilize. It's the A to Z of how do we do this? Okay, so what is the system? What does it mean? What does it mean to go manager? How do I go manager? How do I get paid? How do I set up my e-wallets? All of that is on thisisateam.com. So the tools have been given to us. It is the best business website I've ever seen. And the system is the simplest that we have ever seen. And every business needs a system to be successful. So take a note, write those down. Thisisateam.com and thisisatinfo.com and go check that out.
Yeah, absolutely. And so just like any kind of successful franchise, any kind of business, there's a system in place. That was one of the first things I looked at. I said, do they have a system for actually helping us? And I saw that. I'm like, amazing. And it's gotten better and better and better, more streamlined. It's absolutely fantastic. So really, now's the time to make a move. So once again, we're talking about people, if you're serious about your dream and been looking for an opportunity, we were actually praying for other opportunities. We just didn't think this was it. And we found out this is it. And so what's amazing is that we always tell people we're hope dealers, not dope dealers. So we actually give people hope and we want to help people. So we say, get started with X39 today. Talk to the person who actually shared this with you and say, okay, I'm one of those numbers. What are the numbers again? Well, the numbers are, if you say, I'm interested in just getting more information, just say you're a number 3. Let us know, hey, I'm a number 3, I just want more information. If you're someone who says, hey, I actually want to, utilize this product, can I get it at the wholesale price? Absolutely. We'll get you a wholesale price, and down the road, if you want to do some of the business, great. If not, no big deal. You get the product at wholesale, you're a number 2. And if you say, hey, I love the idea of what you're talking about. I love the idea of the freedom. I like the idea of different things. That's why I'm a number 1, and we'll help you get launched. And that's the best part about that. We do launch meetings all the time. But the one thing I want to make sure you understand is that look at the pictures that are on here, right? The pictures we talk about is like a pictures with 1,000 words. We're at all these tropical destinations last year. We went at like 4 different tropical destinations, unbelievable, amazing trips that we've taken. And again, you can see pictures like this and wow, that looks nice. But when a picture's worth 1,000 words, you've heard that, right? And then when you talk about a video, you look at videos. Well, a video is worth 1,000 pictures, but an experience is worth 1,000 videos. When I talked to my wife about South Africa when we first met, I saw pictures of South Africa, I saw videos of South Africa, but how many people know I had a different experience when I went to South Africa, right? So what's amazing is we want you to experience this product. I tell people you have 30 days of research. That's all you want. The best research is put the patch in the back of your neck, wear it for 30 days as you're researching and everything else. And you're going to start saying, oh my goodness, I got to talk to my neighbors, talk to my friends, my family, and everything else. So the one thing we do let you know too, is part of the system, we have different conventions. We got one that's coming up in August. This is absolutely phenomenal. We've been to every single convention they've ever put together. They got this in person and also virtually around the world. We got a chance to actually speak at the last convention they had because we've hit the highest rank in the company. Steve and Gina said, hey, we trust you. We want you to speak. And that was a huge privilege. And so we got a lot of people that are going to this, and this one's going to sell out. It's in Orlando, Florida.
The last convention was in Vegas, and it was limited to 500 people in Eric Worre's studio because they could only have that number. But everybody else from around the world was watching virtually. And, we had Anna and Maxime from Mallorca, all the way from Spain with us. We had some other South African partners with us, all the way in Vegas. But we saw all our team on the virtual screens, and for them to participate virtually and hear everything that we were actually hearing and speaking about was absolutely amazing. And I'm going to tell you, everyone who actually participated and was engaged has gone to the next level already in their business. So the interesting thing is that convention was called Rise Up. And for me, it was like, hey, rise up from where you're at, because, you cannot experience any form of success if you don't have any change. So we got to make a decision to rise up. If you want something to change in your life, rise up from where you're at. And make some decisions, make a decision to get to the next level, whether you get there in person or you get there virtually, but you don't want to miss out because we are learning from the best. This is a team, is the fastest growing team in all of LifeWave. And LifeWave is the number 1 company in all of network marketing around the world. So we're actually number 1.
And it's
We're on
awesome.
the number one
On
team.
the number one team. And you'll see that with all the leaders. And all of us have a heart. You meet the leaders and you're like, oh, these people have a heart to really help people. And that's what's awesome about it. So they do have different discounts on this. They actually extended this now. So now the discounts on extended for that. But again, we have other things for you to take a look at. All these different recordings are done on YouTube. So this one's actually being recorded on my YouTube channel. I never used YouTube. Now I'm using YouTube to basically for our testimonials, for our meetings, for people to see this. And people are tapping into all the different meetings. Again, we have also books of the month. So the newest book of the month, you can see it on the This Is It team, is actually by Carrie Robertson. She is absolutely amazing. She's got a book that's out there. So that's the new book of the month. She's part of actually the same team. They're a part of the This Is It team on Ken and Diana's team, which is absolutely amazing. Phenomenal people. She's one of the top 10 people.
No, she's top 10 in the company.
Earnings, unbelievable, just growth like crazy. But we also have a Facebook, and this is where you get celebrated. Our goal is to get you to manager, help you become director, senior director, executive, everything else, and we celebrate you on you. So to see all these people hitting these different ranks, and it's amazing when you have people on your team and you get to post about their ranks on there. So that once again, this is a team as a Facebook group. Now we do have other launch meetings. We tell people all the time these are launch meetings, and this seems like a lot of stuff, but we have 2 meetings tonight, one at 8 p.m. Eastern time, one at 10 p.m. Eastern time. I got a gentleman who's out in Las Vegas that Anna Maxime just started, and he says, send me the one for 5 p.m. Well, it's 5 p.m. his time, 8 p.m. And he wants to be on that, be on that meeting. I said, absolutely, because this time might not work for everybody. So we do this meeting because it's obviously evening in Europe and South Africa. But they also Tuesday, basically going to be is actually for the UK. And again, that's the time that other people can tap into. We're doing that meeting in a couple of weeks. Actually going to be doing the one for the UK for Steve and Gina. They asked us to do that. Then they got ones in Sydney. There's meetings all over the world. But then this Wednesday is also at 8 p.m. And then Friday, again, this is a Brief with Belief, a 30-minute meeting, 12 p.m. every Friday Eastern time. So once again, 7 o'clock.
7 p.m. SA time.
Yeah, SA time. So tap into that. But we're also doing launch meetings all the time. One of the most important things is what, sweetheart? What's
the training.
Yeah.
So if you are saying, hey, you know what, this is for me. This is an opportunity that I want to participate in. Come and learn from the best.
Mm-hmm.
And the team training on Saturday is a must.
Yep.
8 p.m. South African time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If we know people have lives, and so, if you miss a Saturday, you can go and watch these recordings. But this last Saturday with Kendall Weldon,
Amazing.
Oh my goodness. And all the nuggets that we got from her, absolutely amazing. So you don't want to be missing that. I heard from everybody, that was probably the best training that they've seen in months. I mean, everyone is great. We take nuggets away. But Spanish speaking, we have a lot of people, Augusto, Glenda, Denise,
Carlos.
a lot of a Spanish speaking team. There's a Thursday night a meeting for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? They're translating everything into Polish, Russian, what are the other languages?
Portuguese.
Portuguese.
So to be in Afrikaans.
So soon you're going to have the language. It will be translated into every language.
Yeah.
So Steve and Gina are really going out there and doing the best for us all to succeed.
Yeah, and that's one thing you'll see, the links page that we have. This is a Team Forces link. You'll see the different links to, once again, the Spanish, the Portuguese, the Russian, the Polish, one other one. I forget what there's a bunch of other ones. Anyway, but it's also in English, which is cool. So again, but we're pretty much done. So that's the biggest part. What we want to do again is thank Gary again. Thank you, Gary. You're absolutely amazing. Thank you for again, taking your time out of your schedule. He's a very successful business owner. Obviously got a lot going on. He said, I can do something during my lunchtime, and we appreciate you helping out. And again, if you're part of Gary's team, you're very blessed. So, but all the people that are on here, we would recommend getting back together. Let them know if you're 3, 2, or 1. And basically they'll get started. Whatever way we want to do that, send you the information, help you get at the wholesale price, or help you get launched. Yeah. And we're here again next Monday, same time, but there's all these other meetings in between. But feel free to get a hold of us so we can help you any way we can. So we got our next level meeting. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So just invite your friends for next week. We're always here. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. I also want to say thank you, Sky and Tamsin, for jumping on, and for Daniel all the way from South Africa. So you know what? This is where we invite our guests, because we want everybody to know about this. Yep. So, hey, don't think, or don't prejudge. Do not prejudge, because you don't know which person is saying, oh my goodness, this is an answer to my prayer, whether it's financial or a health issue, yours or your parents or your child's. So thank you for being on, and reach out. We have, we can help you get started, but we can also help answer any questions you may have.
Yep. And then we do a next level training after this for people who actually want to build a business and go to the next level. And we got that recorded. So by the person who's actually bringing you on, if you say, hey, I really want to build this, we have different trainings. They're recorded as well. So if you can't make that, great, we'll send it to you. But again, these are different things that we're doing. So again, God bless you. Thank you again, Gary. Thank you again, team, for being here. And again, once again, just understand, this is it. So God bless you guys. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Anna and Maxima, as well.
Thank you.
You're exploding this, you guys.
You guys are cranking.
Bye.
Love it.
Bye for now.